see the layers? Y'all see the layers? Y'all see the layers? Like, can we get into the layers? Oh, because the layers is layering. The layers is layering, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Naomi Campbell's daughter. Nice to meet you. But anyways, welcome to the Barbie Life 2.0 podcast. I'm your host, Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0. And today we are going to get serious, okay? So recently there was a doctor who goes by the name of Dr. Jackie, and she basically went on a whole spiel where she was talking about how black women are super dramatic when they go to the doctors, and it's hard for healthcare providers to take them serious because they're always making things bigger than what it actually is, and they're just super dramatic and overly emotional. And of course, this doctor got a lot of backlash for saying this, as she should have. But honestly, this was really sad to see because this was just another doctor contributing to the health disparities that black women face in healthcare. So honestly, I was super disappointed to see it. But at the same time, I was not surprised. And the reason why I wasn't surprised was because based on recent studies, 34% of black women have stated that their health concerns were not taken seriously when they went to the doctors. And not only that, but 63% of black women have also stated that they've had a negative experience in healthcare services. And 71% of black women between the ages of 18 and 49 have said that they had at least one negative experience in healthcare services. And many black women collectively state that the main reason for these negative experiences are due to less access to quality medical care where they live, living in communities with more environmental problems, having pre-existing health conditions, having healthcare providers who are less likely to give advanced care, working in jobs that cause a high risk of health problems, hospitals and medical centers not making it a priority to advocate for their well-being, and more communication problems due to language barriers as well. And I think it's important for us to understand why black women have a lot of negative experiences when it comes to healthcare services. And one of the main reasons is because just like Dr. Jackie, there are a lot of doctors who have the same mindset as her and who carry a lot of unconscious biases that are influenced by white supremacist stereotypes. Since a lot of white supremacist stereotypes categorize black women as dramatic or strong or independent or unbearable or ghetto and ratchet or just really overly emotional, it's really hard for a lot of doctors to even notice our pain or sympathize with our pain because they carry those unconscious biases influenced by those white supremacist stereotypes. And it's actually been proven that a lot of healthcare providers are less likely to identify pain in the facial expressions of black people. So because a lot of healthcare providers cannot even notice our pain, a lot of them are less likely to believe black patients when they come to the doctor and say that they're experiencing severe discomfort. And not only that, but there's also a significant rarity of dark skin tones illustrated in medical textbooks that are used to educate healthcare professionals. And this lack of representation of darker skin tones in medical textbooks has contributed to the lack of empathy and care that black patients receive. And this is really, really sad because it is clear that a lot of these unconscious biases that healthcare professionals carry has contributed to the health disparities that black women face on the daily. For example, black women are 3 times more likely to die due to pregnancy-related causes compared to other races. Black women are also more likely to die from cardiovascular disease, hypertension, lupus, stroke, and other several cancers as well. And unfortunately for darker skinned people, it's even worse. And a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but the same way black people are negatively affected in healthcare due to racism is the same way darker skinned people are negatively affected due to colorism. It has been proven that darker skinned people experience worse health conditions compared to their lighter skinned counterparts. For example, light-skinned Black people have significantly lower mortality rates compared to darker-skinned people. And it's also been proven that there is a clear connection between somebody's socioeconomic status and their blood pressure. So, in other words, darker-skinned people actually have a higher blood pressure compared to their lighter-skinned counterparts. And it's also been proven that higher income is associated with lower blood pressure for lighter-skinned people. But for darker-skinned people, there is no relation. So this basically means that even when darker-skinned people have a higher income, they still fall victim to experiencing worse health conditions compared to their lighter-skinned counterparts. And this is due to the aggression that darker-skinned people face in society. So, in other words, money cannot buy you socioeconomic status or privilege. I wanted to point this out because I feel like a lot of people forget that colorism is a systemic form of oppression, and it's not just about desirability. I know a lot of people just think that colorism has to do with the fact that dark-skinned women are not desirable and lighter-skinned women are, and representation in entertainment and this, that, and the third. But we have to remember that this is a systemic form of oppression. So it affects every single system in our country, and it affects our daily lives. So it's not just desirability. It is also how we get treated in healthcare. It's also the health conditions that we experience. It's also how we get treated in corporate. It's a lot more things that come into play when it's colorism, and it's not just desirability. And I think it's important for people to be educated about that and understand that as well. Okay? Now, unfortunately, I am not a doctor, so I can't give you medical advice on what you should do when you go to the healthcare provider. However, what I can tell you is you need to do your own research and ask questions, okay? That is the best advice I can give you as a Black person or a Black woman dealing with any health complications or anything like that. I need you to do your own research and ask questions, okay? I have literally watched my own family members beat cancer from just doing their own research and buying their own supplements and not fully relying on the doctor, okay? So I think that you guys should really utilize your brains and be proactive when you are dealing with your health, because this is your livelihood and you cannot rely on a system that is working against you. So sometimes you have to put in the work yourself and do the research yourself. And it's sad that we even have to do that, but I think it's important for us to have this conversation and understand that as a Black woman or a Black person in general, you do have to do your own research, and sometimes you have to be your own doctor in a way. And it's unfortunate, but that is the way the system is created. It's working against us, and for you to have the best chances and to have the best livelihood and the best health, sometimes you have to take it on in your own hands. And another thing I would also advise you guys to do is really do your research on who your doctor is, and don't just go to a doctor just because they're Black, okay? Just like Dr. Jackie, this is a whole Black woman who was literally talking about how Black girls are too dramatic when they go to the doctor and so on and so forth. And we need to come to terms with the fact that just because you are in a Black space, that doesn't mean that you are safe. Okay, a lot of people like to make it seem like as soon as you're in the hands of Black people or people who look like you, you're automatically safe and you don't need to stress anymore. And sometimes you could be in even more danger when you are with Black people or in Black spaces. So please understand that just because that doctor is Black, that doesn't mean that they're the best option for you, because there are a lot of Black people who have unconscious biases that are influenced by white supremacist stereotypes. So just because you have a Black doctor, that doesn't automatically mean you are safe. And I want you guys to understand that. So do your research on your doctor before you go to them. Don't automatically think that you're safe and you should kick your feet up just because you found a Black doctor, okay? Because sometimes that could be even worse, all right? Okay? Listen to me, okay? Thank you. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I took a turn with this video because it was very educational, and I normally do entertainment and stuff like that. But here and there, I am going to drop some gems because it is important for me to spread awareness and educate you guys as much as I can, because unfortunately they are not publicizing this anywhere on mainstream media. So I'm going to be the media that publicizes it for you. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys stayed educated. And I had a lot of statistics and research up there, so you guys can always go back to the video and pause it and screenshot it if you need to read it fully. But other than that, I love you guys so much. And if you're new here, my name is Shakira, aka Barbie 2.0, and I talk about colorism, texturism, featureism, and any trending topics or issues in the Black community. So if you like me and you like my commentary, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out all my other videos. And I will see you guys very soon, and I hope you guys have a great new year. I love you guys so much, and yeah, see you soon. Besos.